I've got my nice Pioneer 900 watt amplifier here that runs my subwoofers. Back over here there's a power light. Normally it's blue at low volume, but as soon as I turn it up it starts blinking, and I don't have any bass coming out of the subwoofer at all. So what I did is I unhooked my two wires that go to my speaker, my subwoofer, and I got my multimeter here. I'm going to switch it to ohms so I can measure the resistance of my subwoofer. So I got my leads hooked up to the two wires going to the subwoofer, and it says right on the subwoofer it's supposed to be a 4 ohm woofer, and we've only got about 1 ohm there, so there's something wrong either with our wiring or with our subwoofer. So I've removed the subwoofer and got my multimeter out again, and I'm going to go measure across the two terminals. And at the speaker here we're only measuring pretty much shorted out, so I know that speaker's bad. I'm going to put a new one in. Now I've got my brand new Pioneer subwoofer, and I'm going to take measurements of it just so you can see what a new one is supposed to look like. It says right on the back of the coil, or the magnet here, that it is a 4 ohm speaker, so that's what we should see when we do a resistance test with our multimeter. So the leads are plugged in, and instead of reading 4 ohms it reads 3.1 or 2.9. I think as long as it's within an ohm or so it's probably okay. And one other thing I'm doing here is I'm checking my wires going back to the speaker or the subwoofer with nothing connected. And with nothing connected it should be infinite impedance or infinite ohms, and according to my meter it is open. So I mean, it's possible that the wiring could be shorted out too, but you know, we checked it here, it looks okay. In my case my subwoofer's working great now, but perhaps maybe some other people have some different problems. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to check the voltage. So we got the multimeter again here. This time I'm going to switch it to DC volts, and I'm going to go put the black one on ground, and then over here next to it is the remote, and then with it car off it reads about 12 volts. With the car on it'll probably be 13 or 14. And then I'm going to go over here to ground and power, and then we got 12.22 volts, so that's good. And then I would also check the resistance of these fuses, make sure they're not open. And just because you're getting the proper voltages here doesn't necessarily mean that your power supply is good. I mean, there might be corroded ground or corroded battery cable or something like that. You could try cleaning those up. That might help too. But there you can see my power light. It's nice and steady like it should be now.